Welcome back to my channel, and for those who are watching for the first time, thank you, and don't forget to subscribe. Today we're gonna be making chiles rellenos. This is the way I make them. So for this recipe you will need some chile poblano, some flour. The flour you'll need about, maybe I have a cup of flour right here. It's just to dust them out. A teaspoon of salt, pepper to taste, 4 egg whites. I have the eggs here, but I'm only going to use the egg whites. And I have some queso quesadilla, the melting cheese. So let's get started. Okay, so now we're going to char our chiles. You could do this on the broiler too. I just find this a little bit faster for me. And we're going to leave them there until they turn black. And meanwhile, those char, we're going to cut our cheese. So right here, we're going to cut it into thick slices because they are going into our chiles. You could hear the chiles popping. Make sure you have it on high heat. You want them flame high so it can burn the chiles. And don't worry about if you think it looks burnt. It's not. The reason we burnt the skin is because if you leave it like that and you fry it, it's gonna be a little bit hard to chew on the chile. And we take out the skin so it could be easier and tender to cut. Okay, so now you can see the chiles are blackened, they're burnt. And now it's time to remove them. Now to this, I'm gonna place them in a plastic bag. I already have some in here. And we're gonna leave them here like for 3 minutes. Let's see how, yes, now it's been about 3 minutes. And they're a little bit cooler, and look, you can see the skin. It's easy to remove. You can remove it easy. This is what we're gonna take away. We don't need that. Make sure, you guys could wear gloves, because some of them are spicy and you don't want to be touching your face or rubbing your eyes, so make sure you please wash your hands or wear gloves. So make sure we remove all the skin. Then we're gonna make a little slit right here, and we're gonna take out the seeds. We are gonna leave the stem. We're just gonna make a slit, and we're gonna remove the seeds and the veins from it. Just be careful, because right now the chile is really tender and it could rip easily. That's all you want to do. Just make sure you take everything out. And I'm going to proceed doing to the rest of my chiles, and once I'm done, I'll show you what I'm going to do to it next. Now that I peeled and cleaned my peppers, we're going to stuff them. Now you can stuff them with anything you want. I'm just going to be adding cheese to it. My grandma used to stuff them with ground beef, raisins, nuts. Lots of people do it differently, but this is the way I do it. Something simple. Just gonna put cheese on all of them. And if you like and feel more comfortable, you could put a toothpick in the chili so the cheese won't come out. Just make sure you take it out before you serve it. It's too big, so let's get a smaller piece. We're going to finish putting the cheese in there. Okay, so now I have my 4 eggs, and I'm only going to use the egg whites right now. I'm going to separate the eggs. Make sure you only put the egg whites here because we're gonna mix it up and we want it to make it fluffy until we get those peaks. So we're gonna mix it up for about 3 minutes. Almost there. Right now that we got the meringue look, see we got those peaks that we wanted. Now to this, we're gonna add our 3 egg yolks and we're gonna fold. So if you mix this up with the mixer, then you'll lose that foam, and you don't want to, because that's what's gonna make the chiles, the batter, be fluffy once you cook them up. Alright, so while I batter the chiles, I put on my pan on high heat. Make sure you put the oil, maybe halfway. Right here is probably about 1.5 cups of hot oil. While that's heating up, we're gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of salt to our flour, some pepper, mix it up. And remember, if you feel more comfortable for the chiles so they won't open up on you, you could use a toothpick, but just make sure you remove it if you think that the cheese is gonna fall off it. So we're gonna flour our chile. Make sure it's nice coated flour. And then we're gonna put it in our batter. Put it in there. Make sure you coat it all the way through. And try not to mix the batter a lot so you won't lose that consistency that it has right now. Now our oil is already heated up. Remember, it's on high heat. So let's add our chile. Be careful because you don't want nothing jumping on you. So you can move the bowl here next to you. We'll let it cook. Okay, so our chile is ready to be flipped. Please be careful. If you need a spoon, an extra spoon to help you flip it, do use it. Let's flip it around. Look at that. How nice is that? This is what I'm talking about. Sometimes it opens up, so the cheese might ooze out, and you want to be careful with that because once that comes out and it jumps in the oil, it will jump into you. So please be careful when you're frying stuff. Okay, so for the sauce, this is what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use 1/2 an onion, a garlic clove, a teaspoon of flour, a cup of tomato sauce. Put my heat on. I'm gonna turn the stove to medium-high heat. While my pan gets warm, I'm gonna chop up the garlic. Add it in there. Put this on the side. Now I'm going to cut 1/2 of the onion and I'm going to slice it. You could use more if you want, but for right now I'm just going to use 1/2. Slice it. add this to our pan. And we're just gonna warm them up till they get translucent. I'm just gonna make them sweat a little bit. I don't want to cook them for too long. I don't want to overcook them. And we're gonna be mixing this because I don't want my garlic to get burned either. And you can smell it already. It smells good. This is just the sauce that I put on my chiles. You could not use this, just eat them like that with a salad. I usually do this sauce with beans and rice and then the chiles, and that's how I will serve them myself. Alright, just let them be there for another couple of minutes and I'll get back to them. Okay, so it's been about 2 minutes now, and now I'm gonna add the flour. And we just wanna mix it so it won't get lumpy. And it's just a teaspoon, you don't need a lot. It's just so the tomato sauce could become a little bit thick. We're gonna add our tomato sauce. And we're gonna let this simmer, and then we're gonna add a tablespoon of salt. So now that our sauce is simmering, we're gonna add the salt. Remember, add the salt to your taste, to your liking. Don't add too much. And we're gonna turn it off. And you see how thick the sauce got with the flour? That helped it make it a little bit thicker. Then you just would add just the tomato sauce by itself. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. Okay, so now it's time to serve our chile. Add the sauce. You could add the sauce on top of it, or however you want to do it. We're gonna add our chile on top of it. Some more sauce on top. Okay. And this is the way I make my chiles rellenos. With just cheese. You could add whatever you want to it. It's just a simple dish. So this is my version of it. I want to thank Tammy Jordan from Memphis, Tennessee for requesting this dish. I hope you enjoy it and it helps you. Let me know how it comes out. Thank you for watching.